greatest English poet, playwright, actor. His contribution to the world, literature, theater, culture and art is really enormous. Today we'll try to recollect all our knowledge about this great personality, to tell his biography, to recite his famous sonnets, to see some video films about him. So be attentive, please, and let's start.
William Shakespeare was born in Stratford-upon-Avon.
Stratford-upon-Avon is a historic town on the River Avon in the English county of Warwickshire, best known as the hometown of the great English playwright and poet William Shakespeare. Today, it is a major theater-going destination as the home of the Royal Shakespeare Company. As such, it represents one of the most popular tourist destinations in the country. Stratford-upon-Avon has its origins in the Saxon culture of medieval England. The name Stratford indicates that it was a river crossing. For many centuries, it was little more than a small market town on the road to London. Even today, it has only 24,000 permanent residents. Though it has developed some industrial capacity, Stratford is now known mostly for its association with Shakespeare. The town benefits tremendously from the resulting tourism and cultural activity and has gone to great lengths to preserve those buildings that have survived since Shakespeare's time.
Shakespeare was probably in London when Spanish armada sailed to attack England in 1588. He saw the coronation of King James I in 1607.
Very little is known about William Shakespeare's childhood. He was born in the English city of Stratford-upon-Avon, about 100 miles northwest of London, in 1564. William's father was a successful leather merchant who once held the public position of alderman. He was the set of 6 children, including 2 elder sisters, and there are no records of the next several years of his life. Historians refer to these years as the worst years. There are lots of theories and stories about what William was doing during this period of time. In any event, he and his family eventually ended up to London, where William was working at the theatre. William was part of an acting company called Lord Chamberlain's Men. An acting company in England in this time was working to put in place. There were typically around 10 actors in the company, including a lead actor, character actors, and
It was circular or octagonal, and inside there were 3 stories of roofed galleries looking down onto the stage. There was no roof over the yard, so the groundlings got wet when it rained. The stage was called apron stage because it jutted into the yard, also called pit, so that when the theater was full, the actors were surrounded on 3 sides. The stage was so small that no more than 12 actors could appear at the same time. The shadow, or thatched roof, protected the players from the rain. In front of the stage, there was a trapdoor used for devilish apparitions and disappearances.
His success in theatre as well as his inventors in land and the globe made Shakespeare wealthy man. He purchased a large house in Stratford for his family called New Place.
Shakespeare also became famous for his poetry. His most famous poem of his time was Venus and Adonis. He also wrote poems called sonnets. A book of 154 of Shakespeare's sonnets was published in 1609. William retired from his home in Stratford and died in his 52nd birthday. It was in 1616. Shakespeare is considered by many to the greatest writer of the English language. He is also one of the most identical. He introduced nearly 3,000 words to the English language. In addition, his works are the second most often quoted after the Bible.
Listen to his sonnets. You know that he wrote 154 sonnets. We'll start with the first sonnet.
From fairest creatures we design pleased, the seraph beauty's rosemary attack. But as the writer should by time deceased, his tender hair might bear his memory. But though contracted to the normal eyes, these are like flames with a substantial pure. These are making a famine where evidence lies. They says therefore to the Swiss self to cruel. Those that are now the Bosphorus ornament, and only herald to the goddess free, whose it time own, but buries their contempt, and tender cheer makes place in negative. It is a word, or else this glutton be, to eat the walls due by the grave and sea.
Those hours then, with gentle rented frame, the lovely gaze where every eye does dwell, we place tyrants to the very same, and that affair which firm does excel. For never in time, and confounds his subject with frost, and lasting leaves quite gone. Beauty ours known and vanishes everywhere.
Then there are not summer's desolation left, a liquid prism pent in walls of glass, beauty's effect with beauty by breath. No it, no remembrance what it was, but flowers distant, though there was winter meet. This bud there show, their substance still lives.
Exposing advanced eyes, I all alone leave my outer state, and troubled with heaven is my woodless cries, and look upon myself in guilty fate, wishing life to long reaching hope, wishing like him is strength possessed, desiring this man's up, and that man's soul. This was I most enjoy connected least, yet in this thought, myself who most despise. Happily I think on thee, then my stay, like to the rock, at break of day arising. From someone else, since hymns at heaven's gate, was I sleep now, remembered such from springs, so that I scorn to change and state his kings. Their glass will show their heart the beauty's light, their dial held the precious minutes made. The vacant field they might increase with bare and all this land. The landing made contest. The wrinkle which the glass will truly show of Mount grace and give the memory. The wise idle shades tells my snow, time civic to eternity. Look what the memory cannot contain. Commit to this best glance and thou shalt find will childreness develop of their brain to take in the acquirements of their mind. These offices so oft, though will look, shall profit thee and much enrich their book.
Some glory in their best, some in their skill, some in their wealth, some in their bodies, some in their garments, some in their newfangled ill, some in their hawks and hounds, some in their horse. And every human has his adjunct pleasure, learning about the rest, but these particulars are not my measure, all these are better in our general best.
Let me on to the marriage of true minds. Admitting impediment, love is not love. Which alters when alteration finds. Oh, when is the remover to remove? Oh, no, it isn't ever fixed now. There's book on dampest and is never shaken. Whose was a noun, although his hate be taken. Was love's not times full, so rosy lips and cheeks. Within his bandit skills compass come. Love alters not with his due hour and weeks, but bear it out even to the age of doom. It
It is a error and upon me proved. I never read, no man, ever loved.
So, my lovely boy, who in thy power, this cold time's fickle blast, this sickle hour, who has by warning grown, and therein shows their lovers withering as their sweet self grows. If nature, soaring mistress of a wreck, and they go over still look like the bed, she keeps thee to this purpose, as if her skill may time disgrace and wretched minutes kill. Yet fear her, or the minion of her pleasure, she may detain, but not still keep, her treasure, her logic, they delay, answered must be, and her quiet is so wretched sleep.
My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. Is snowy white. Why then her breasts are done? If hers be wires, black wires grow on her head. I have seen roses dance, red and white, but no such roses see I in her cheeks. And in some perfumes, if there are more delight than in the breath that from my mistress reeks. I love to hear her speak, yet while I know that music has a far more pleasing sound, I grant, I never see a goddess go. My mistress, when she walks, treads on the ground. And yet, by heaven, I think my love as rare as any light was false from her.
My love's grass, which is made of me. I do believe her, though I know she lies. That she may think me some maturities, unloved in the false sometimes. But her affairs say not are that untold. Her husband's habit is in seeming trust, and age in loves not to have years told. Therefore, our life is hand, and she with me, and in our falls by lies reflected be. Thus, young is thinking that she thinks me young. Also, she knows my days are past the best. Simple, I can hear her speaking tongue. On both sides thus is simple trust suppressed.
It's an ocean of feelings. Now I understand that Shakespeare is a great writer. I like to spend my free time reading his works. Reading once, I feel as if I live in England of 16th century. But there is one problem because they are written in Old English. But I try to understand and enjoy his works.
He is a hero of all times, and his poetry is a fascinating treasure. And it's very important that each of us should appreciate it. And that's why we have remembered and plunged into his works today. In this exciting way, we have tried not to lose this special and unique culture which have been made by Shakespeare 400 years ago. Nowadays, people understand that without Shakespeare's poetry, our life was a journey throughout the desert, and today I have realized it too, because this poetry has motivated and has encouraged me to